Well, for more than 30 years, one Texas man has brought life to a Tex-Mex incarnation of Old Saint Nick, known widely throughout the U.S. Southwest as Pancho Claus. Richard Reyes and his band of nearly 100 volunteers spread out across the city of Houston in their lowriders and shopping malls, delivering holiday cheer to El Barrio. He joins us now on the phone to tell us more about this unique tradition of Pancho Claus. Richard, thank you so much for being here on Arise America. I do appreciate it.
Feliz Navidad to all you guys.
Feliz Navidad back to you, dude. So just tell us very briefly, what is Pancho Claus and where did Pancho Claus come from?
Pancho Claus started off as a play 32 years ago, and since we don't have very many chimneys in the body, he breaks into the bathroom window with his posse of lowriders. And what you might wonder, I should appear, but 8 lowrider cars all decked out in the rear. And then it evolved into a band, and now, along the way, people started thinking I was actually a Pancho Claus, and we started helping needy families, and that's now what we primarily do.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now tell me, is there a cultural significance to Pancho Claus? You know, recently there have been a lot of debate and discussion about what color is Santa Claus, and should he be diverse, as well as what color Jesus really is, although that's pretty set in stone. Does Pancho Claus have as much cultural significance as he does philanthropic significance?
Well, of course, because we're in all the major parades and Houston events, Christmas events. So I think a lot of young children, to get their first cultural identity, not just Latinos, about that there are different cultures when they see a Pancho Claus and a African-American Santa Claus. We have an Asian Santa Claus. So they start knowing that there's different cultures or exploring their own culture. So, it's good to have a positive image of people of color on cops and TV shows. You just see people of color doing bad things, majority. So it's nice to have some positive images out there.
How do people react when they meet, particularly kids, meet Pancho Claus?
Well, they're either in awe or they start laughing. It's one or the other. And they just, especially in the rider, we were with 300 kids today in a trailer park that looked like Mexico, and you could tell these kids were just very happy to get whatever little gifts they could get. So.
Yeah, tell me what this means to the community. And let me ask it this way, particularly for kids of color, African-American kids, there's a lot of discussion about the imagery, the optics, if you will, of Santa Claus being this European overweight guy. Tell me how important the optics of Pancho Claus is for Latino kids or kids of color of any ethnicity.
Well, the Pancho Claus character in particular, just think of Santa Claus slimmed down a little bit in a zoot suit and a fedora with some gold chains and some bling. That's Pancho Claus. And so the image, I think the kids just gravitate for something they recognize, and words they recognize, cultural words they recognize, songs they recognize. And I think, also the image of their parents and neighbors helping, because it's 100 volunteers that help, whether it's mom and pop grocery stores collecting, having Pancho Claus boxes in their barber shops and beauty shops and stores, or police officers escorting us, or lowriders getting their cars, or lowrider bicyclists, band members, dancers, a lot of people involved.
I'm just curious, Richard, why a zoot suit and gold chain?
Well, I was asked to write this play in 1981, and they were thinking of a Pancho Claus with sombrero, serape, and maybe a donkey. But Edward James Olmos, Luis Valdez had just came out with the play Zoot Suit, and that was real popular here across the country. Zoot Suit contest, lowrider contest. So I thought I'd write something. It's a play I wrote to begin with, and I thought I'd write something that was more pop culture at the time.
And then lastly, very briefly, what do you get out of being Pancho Claus?
Just the joy, the letters, the Facebooks, the texts of what you meant to them. When we drive around in this lowrider Cadillac convertible in 1970 Silverado, people snap pictures like crazy, especially these days where you can go to Pancho Claus Facebook and see hundreds of pictures that are posted that people,
All right, I got to jump in there. We're completely out of time, but Richard Reyes, thank you so much. And again, Feliz Navidad to you.
Feliz Navidad.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back here tomorrow for Arise America. I'm Debbie Turner-Bell. Bye-bye.